How to Write Headlines Anytime by Marcela Calderon. To begin writing your headlines, first you need to skim through the article. When you're skimming through the article, you're doing this for the purpose of checking is the article 100% completed, and if you were you able to easily understand the main idea and key points. If you weren't, if it wasn't 100% completed and you weren't able to decipher what it was trying to say, talk to the writer of the article, or if you're the writer of the article, you need to fix it yourself to make it clear for your readers. And for our purposes today on figuring out how to write headlines, the main idea of our article will be a cat teaching a yoga class. For the first thing you do once you actually start trying to write the headline is to include the main idea or purpose of the article and to stay on topic. So this means that you wouldn't write 2-day yoga class promises vigor and rejuvenation. While it may be true, this doesn't focus on the fact that a cat is teaching the yoga class, and that's a little more important than how good the yoga class is. However, this is why the second example would be good, because it says local cat teaches nationally acclaimed yoga class. This headline includes the fact that the cat is teaching the class and that it's a good teacher. The second thing you need to do is put it into headline format, including subject predicate form. For blueprint's sake, you need to write everything with a subject and a verb following after it. And for normal headlines, you need to capitalize the first letter of the headline and then not capitalize anything else unless it's a proper noun, and include no punctuation at the end. And this is why the first one, A, where can you find a cat teaching your yoga class, doesn't work because it's a question and it has a punctuation at the end. But B works, where students line up on Main Street to learn from a feline yoga teacher because it covers that where the cat's class is being taught and that it's a cat teaching the class. 3. Consider the amount of room for it in layout and adjust length accordingly. So if the section editor is doing layout and they see that local cat teaches nationally acclaimed yoga class, so that you've already decided your headline doesn't fit, you'll need to make it, and you need to make it longer. You can turn it into local DG cat turns heads by teaching nationally renowned yoga class. Usually this step just consists of finding synonyms or adding in some extra words, maybe some more specific details to make it longer or shorter, by taking those out. 4. Verify that the bias isn't included in the headline unless it's in opinions. So that means you can't write something like super cool, impressive, attractive cat can teach yoga, because all these adjectives are biased towards how good the cat may be. And but by saying cat hailed by yoga enthusiasts as a miracle worker is back to teaching is okay, because because while there may be bias in it, you're explaining where it's coming from and who's saying this, so it's not you saying it. 5. The last thing you need to do is to spice up your headline. And while local cat teaches nationally acclaimed yoga class is completely fine, some high schoolers would like to have a headline that would grab their attention, make them want to read the article. So here are some different alternatives you could go with. The first one, I used a rhyming pattern, which is why local cat first sat down to teach students on yoga mats. And make sure when you're spicing it up, you're still covering what the main idea of the topic is, the main idea of the article is, which is that, and this is still seen in this one because it explains that it's a cat who's teaching yoga students. The next one is Felix the Feline finds national acclaim teaching yoga fanatics. So this one is covering alliteration with the letter F, and it's still keeping the main idea. Next one is one yoga teaching cat runs 2-day class, 3 hours a day for students. People like numbers too because they're very fun, so you could include that. And one of the another popular type of headline is curiosity did not end but changed this cat's life after finding fun in yoga. Sometimes taking a popular saying and using it for your headline is quirky and fun as well. But make sure when you're spicing it up that you do not lose focus of what the main idea of the article is, or else it'll be confusing to students. And that is the end. Thank you for watching.